right, welcome
Welcome
back.
So it's time to get into a conversation, an interesting conversation. Of course, it's Pink October. We're commemorating, raising awareness about breast cancer all over the world. And of course, we're doing that right here at Citi TV as well. Now it's time to talk to a lady who, I mean, look, her story is mind-blowing on its own. But even more interesting is what she has done with her talent and used it to inspire and pull along so many women in the course of her career. Desire is here, and she's a founder of Dancehall Divas. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yourself?
Yes, I'm well.
It's good to have you here.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
So for those who don't know about Dancehall, I don't know where they've been, but those who don't know about Dancehall Divas, you know, what is it? I mean, it's become a movement, really, but what is it? What's the vision? What do you do?
Okay, so the vision for Dancehall Divas, I think has always been to, you know, just encourage women to embrace their youthful side, you know, and just to live their best lives whilst exercising. Yeah, because it can be a bit monotonous. So this is a fun way to just want to work out on a regular basis.
So
We all love music.
So you take dancehall music, soca.
We've got soca,
Afrobeats.
dancehall, afro, amapiano, hip hop. We do it all.
Yeah, wonderful.
What inspired this, though?
Lots of things have inspired it. I think moving to Ghana was definitely one inspiration. I felt like, you know, I like life.
Yeah.
And I didn't see much life for women when I came here, and there was a lot of connotations around living a certain lifestyle. So I thought, okay, let me create a nice safe space for them. We're doing something positive. So I really was looking at bringing the party life into a safe space, basically.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
brilliant.
that a lot.
And you're a dancer yourself?
I am not a professional dancer, but I'm a passionate dancer. I love to dance.
That's
yeah.
all you really need, though. So let's talk about how, you know, a lot of women, and of course we've learned over the years, and even this year as we're talking about breast cancer, that men can suffer from breast cancer as well.
They can
but,
indeed.
you know, women have the most numbers in terms of the statistics. Now, the breasts are such a sensitive area for women for many reasons, but it's a center of our femininity.
Correct.
You know, and you think about your sensual nature as a woman, your beauty, you know, everything about you. Your breasts are attached to that.
They
you
are.
know, and then you have women who get breast cancer; they're diagnosed with it. Some have to have the mastectomy, the breast cut off. Others are having to deal with a trauma. How can you use dance as a way to bring back that confidence?
Yes.
You know, after
Well,
you've
I
gone through
love the
something?
word. I love the fact that you use the word confidence, because Dancehall Divas, it's a 50% workout, but it's also 50% raising a woman's confidence in all areas of their lives. Now, I'm not a breast cancer survivor, but I'm very in touch with women's issues and stigmas that center around women, like having stretch marks, you know, like having loose skin. I've experienced these things which do lower one's confidence. So again, the space is really about just, you know, again, providing that safe space for women to feel confident in themselves, whoever they are. Do you know what I mean? It's to come with your authentic self, like we accept you. We're definitely a no judgment zone.
Yeah. And how can you use dance to do that?
I mean, who doesn't love music? Who doesn't love to move? And I think it's even more beautiful when there's no restrictions. Do you know what I mean? And there's no, like, I don't like dancing on stage, believe it or not. But no, I'm not a performer in that sense. But, you know, when the music hits me, the minute that I get to class, you know, all my problems, all my worries, all my woes just disappear. When the music comes on and you feel the beat, it's just like, okay, even if it's just for an hour, you know, my goal is, you know, I can't take your problems away from you. But if you give me the hour, I can reduce them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can reduce them.
So what are some of the things that you do? You know, when class begins, you know, the music comes on. What are some of the things that you do with the music, and how do you use, say, different genres of music to tackle different problems that women are facing?
Yeah.
You've mentioned confidence issues.
Definitely.
But even just looking at the female anatomy, you know, how do you use different kinds of music, different kinds of dance to tackle those issues?
I mean, yesterday in class, for example, we used Milkshake. I don't know if you know Milkshake by Khalees.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
It does indeed. And yeah, I think generally I try and pick empowering songs. One of our most recent ones is Cozy by Beyonce. She's just talking about being comfortable in her skin, cozy with who she is. And that's generally the message that I try and put out. Yeah.
And
no matter your size, no matter your shape, 1 breast, 2 breasts, 10 breasts.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Are you happy? Are you healthy? Do you know what I mean?
What's the general response been to the existence of this safe space?
To be honest, it's kept me in business for 8 years. It's fed my 5 children.
You have 5 children.
Yes. And, you know, again, it's given me a fantastic network of women to rely on, to just rest in. You know, we've definitely become a sisterhood over the years. There's been people that have been with me. Some of the girls have been with me for the 8 years. Some have just clocked us or been watching us for 2 years and decided to join us this year. You know, people come, they go, they always come back, which I'm really grateful for. So we've been very well received. Yeah, I'm grateful for that.
And there have been a lot of success stories in terms of women having lost weight, you know, just coming to the classes.
Yeah.
And how do you feel hearing those stories and seeing it happen?
Yeah, I mean, weight loss is great if you need to, if it happens. I personally don't focus on weight loss in my class. You know, we'll have a few challenges here and there, but that isn't my primary center. No, I'm, you know, if you can lose a bit of weight, great. But weight loss relies on what you eat more so than how much you move. Yeah. So what I do is probably about 10%. I always tell my girls, if you're coming to lose weight, this is not the space. You need a nutritionist. Okay. You need to manage what it is that you're putting in your mouth. I have no control over that. Yeah, but I can control, you know, your movements today and how you feel about yourself in this particular moment. Yeah.
What are some of the stories that you have heard from people that have attended your class that have made you feel like, I'm really glad I did this?
To be honest, I get stories on a weekly basis. Like I says, I don't want to divulge anybody's individual stories, but I think more than anything, it's, you know, obviously I'm not born in Ghana, so my perspective is very much, it's quite broad.
You're originally Jamaican, right?
Yeah. I'm a Jamaican. But yeah, I think it's really about just being able to have an open ear without a religious perspective, without a cultural perspective. Do you know what I mean? And I think I have a ability to just see the person for who they are and the pain or sorrow or joy that they might be going through. I'm definitely, you know, I'm the cheerleader. I like to hype my girls. That's what I do. I like to celebrate their success, but you know, I do believe in, you know, being supportive in difficult times as well, which is hence the reason why we are hosting this brunch on Sunday. Because like I said, I do feel as much of a positive space as we are, I do feel we have to touch on sensitive issues that can impact us. Do you know what I mean?
So in as much as we're building the confidence and all that, we shouldn't run away from the problems. We should also try to learn how to address them so that they're no longer problems.
Correct. And I just feel sometimes our space is a vibe. I'm not, don't get me wrong. Our space, when you come to class, it's always a good time. But I think sometimes the message can get lost within all the hype, within all the fun. So sometimes, that's why we've decided to hold a number of female-centered events that give us the opportunity to have the real discussions, you know, about what women face.
So on Sunday, there's going to be the pink brunch.
There is the pink brunch, yes.
And what can we expect to see at this brunch?
Well, a good time,
As
of
always.
course. That's always on the Divas menu. But we do have a few breast cancer survivors, which vary in age, which I think is important because a lot of people tend to detach themselves from a situation thinking, oh yeah, I know about it, or I'm not that age, you understand, I'm not going to be affected anytime soon, so I'll think about it when I'm 50, when I'm 60. But no, one of our panelists is a younger lady, so that's an interesting artist on the panel as well, who's done the most research with regards to African people and cancer, because I think there's a lot of statistics out there, but there's not very much with regards to how it's impacting us on a real sense. So we've got those three lovely ladies. We'll be eating, we'll be dancing for survivors, of course.
So what time is it happening? Where is it happening?
So it's at 2 p.m. At Quai Terrace, Airport Residential. It is a ticketed event, but we do intend on doing a few drives at the local marketplaces where I just feel people of a certain class are aware of breast cancer, which we're aware of. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's about really bringing it into the communities so that they can, learn, at least get the message.
How do people get in touch, find out more, buy a ticket, all of that?
Okay, so you can get tickets from Mod, who is also a sponsor. We've got a few sponsors, yourself included. Thank you, Citi. But yeah, you can get your tickets from Mod, which is beside Laura Mart in Osu. You can get them from Class, or there's a few of our girls like on the ground just pushing. It's a fairly intimate setting that we're going for. But yeah, tickets are available, or you can give me a call or check out our website.
So what's the name of the website?
Website is dancehalldivarsafrica.com.
All right.
Dancehall Divas.
Is Dancehall Divas also on social media?
Yes.
Is there any info there?
We've got Instagram, Facebook. We're there.
Divas.
Dancehall Divas. Yes, Dancehall Divas.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for all the work
so
you're
much for
doing.
having me.
Thank you for giving women a safe space. Yes, and especially in the month of October, where there are a lot of women who don't have a safe space, unfortunately. A lot of women who don't have family support.
There is a stigma, and again, that's why I do want to do something around this, because I feel like people should be able to talk about the bad stuff as well as the good stuff. I think social media allows us to scream and shout about all the good things that are happening in our life, but we all know we're all real. There's a lot of stuff happening behind the closed doors, and I would like to see women address these things.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's Desire. She's the founder of Dancehall Divas Africa, and it's amazing the things that people are doing, their own little corners that have spread big lights to touch people's lives, and especially in Pink October, it's great to see that. Breast cancer victims, patients, survivors are on the heart of people like Desire and others who are doing their bit.
All right. Well,